Hi, my name is K Bunny. Let's jump into today's video. Let's start with the tutorial. So I'll go to file and I'll go to new, and y'all know, as I always do, I'm going to set here to 2500, and then I'll set here to 2500. Then I'll set the resolution to 72, and then pixels per inch, pixels over here. Let's call it 1 week flyer. It's for a funeral. So I'll leave here RGB color 8-bit, color white over here, and then I'll click on create. And that is it. I would like to click here so that I'll unlock it. Then I'll go here, that is called the adjustments. Go and look for solid color and give it this particular color code, FEE38C, and I'll click on OK. Now I also like to go to view and I'll go to new guard layout, and then I'll set here to 17 and I'll set here to 10. Okay, and I'll click on OK. So now we have our background. It's as simple as that, and then I'll put it in a group, call it BG. Our background is done. Now we would like to bring our image in there, so I'll drag the image and then drag it into Photoshop and release it. Then I'll try to resize it a little bit. Now guys, remember, this is non-destructive editing. What it means is that we can always come back and then adjust everything that we are doing. And so this is it. I would like to click on my pen tool and then pick the pen tool. Make sure my caps lock is off. Now 1 2 3 around this side, I'll click on it. Then 1 2 3 around this side too, I'll click on it, and then I'll just drag it like that. So guys, you can see how it looks like. Okay, you can see how it looks long like that, and you can feel the straightness over here a little bit like that. That's how I want it to be like. Okay, then I'll click over here, I'll click over here, I'll click over there, and I'll try and join it up, and that is it. Now if you can't find it, if it's not yours, it's not like this, do not worry. It's because here is path. Start all over again and change here to shape and start all over again. Okay, you're going to get it. Okay, now that was it. So we have something like this. What I want to do is to double click it, and then I want to change the color code to 2B090E. Okay, and I'll click on OK. Now guys, what did you realize? You realize that the color in the background over here can be found on the attire, and even this one can also be found in the black as well. And so these colors match with the subject or the image. Also, these are colors that are used in funerals often, and so color red, color black, and a little bit of creamy like this. These are colors used in Ghanaian funerals, and so it blends nicely for me. So I'll put this one in a group and I'll call it image. Great. Now this one, I will duplicate it, click on my move tool, the one underneath it, I'll double click it, convert it to white. Okay, then I'll click on my move tool and try and then use the arrow key, move it up a little bit. Now Control T and then try and drag this side down. Enter. Let's hide it. Control H. So you can see this side is a little bit, and it fades or hides under these. This is nice and professional. You also want to click on your rectangular tool. Now you can see over here, this particular layer, we have white and we have stroke. We don't want the stroke. Let's get rid of the stroke. Let's check this as well. This one to the same thing. You can see we have fill and we have stroke. We don't want the stroke, so let's get rid of the stroke. All right, let's put it in a group. Select all of them. Control G, and then let's call it shapes. So we are done with these 3 things. Now we want to start with our text as well. So I'll pick my text tool, click on horizontal text, and I'll type over here, and then I'll go and pick week and then paste it there. I'll also like to bring my lines or my guides. Go over here. We are going to use a font called Quicker. Now we cannot see it, and it's all because of the color that we are using. So we are going to click over here and we are going to choose 620514 and then OK. It's also quite smaller. Remember, here is regular, and then over here, let's see, let's make it 419. Enter. Click on your move tool and then try and move it somewhere here. Okay, you want it to hit the last stroke over here. Okay, so we have it like this. Over here, let's make it -30. I'm talking about the tracking. Let's make it -30. Make sure it's quite together like that. Let's zoom in. Okay, so it's quite together. Let's try and then drag it. Click on the move tool and then move it over there until it hits this line. I feel like this is quite better. Now let's see, here it's like this, 100 here, 100 here, and then let's click here to make it a little bit bold more. I think I'm beginning to like this. Control H. Let's see. Okay, so this is great. You can see everything shows. It's no text is hiding under the other. Also, I think this is great. All right, so this is great. Now you also want to pick your new layer, create a new layer. Pick your brush tool. Where is it? And then hold Alt and pick the creamy color there. Make sure caps lock is off. Reduce the size a little bit and hit here. Great. Now go over here and then set it to overlay. You want to right click it and clip it to it. Control T and then just resize it. There, enter. Okay, let's zoom out. Control H to bring our lines again. So now you can see it's beginning to look nice. You also want to type 1 and then let's go and pick 1 here. This is because it's 1 week celebration. Now guys, this is what I want you to do. I want you to watch this video to the end before you even start downloading it or before you even start reaching out for the resources. Okay, I want you to watch the video to the end. It helps you and it helps me as well. It helps me because YouTube is able to push it for other people to see it. Now this is 1 over here. Let's open the character and then let's go and look for Montserrat. Guys, I'm going to leave it in the description for you. Okay, so regular here. The size, let's use 174, and then the tracking, let's use 40, and then the color code, let's use 2B090E. Enter. Okay, and then click on the move to move it somewhere here. Also, we also want to check, make sure everything is alright. Let's make sure this is off. Alright, and then let's see, Control H to hide the lines, and then let's carefully bring it in there like that. Carefully bring it in there like that. Duplicate it and then bring it down, and then let's go and then let's pick observation and then double click it and then paste it there. Now you also want to go here, make sure it is middle aligned, and then Control H. And then let's click on week. Control T, drag this all the way there to the middle there. Awesome. Now if you can't do it, use Control R to bring the rulers so that you'll be able to drag it. Now observation, Control T, you can see observation is not in the middle, so let's drag observation here in the middle there like that, and then let's open it. Observation, we might still use the exact same font, but then I feel like it's not really going to sell. Okay, let's use the exact same font, but let's reduce the font size. Either we reduce the font size, or you can see over here as well, I like to drag it here, or we make all of them caps. Okay, I would like it to also end over here. Okay, I'm doing this because, let me drag it up a little bit. If you do not take care, it's really not going to be nice, and so I'm just trying to tweak it well to make it professional. That is the word, professional. I think this is better. Let's go and then let's pick this one. and then let's drag it in there. All right, so now that we've released it, let's drag it somewhere here, and then double click it, and then let's go to color overlay. Let's click here, let's come and pick this color here. All right, click on OK, click on OK, Control T, hold shift or alt depending on the version of Photoshop you are using, and resize it. Now Control H, then let's move it to the middle there, and then drag it there. Let's see. It's going to be really tough. It has to be in the middle of observation, so it's really going to be tough. So you can see that the star is in the middle of observation. That is it. Okay, let's drag observation up a little bit, down a little bit. Now you know why I'm dragging observation? That I want the size between observation and the star here should be the exact size between this and then this over here. Okay, this is how to make your work look professional. Now let's put everything in a group, and then let's call it 1 week. We are done with 1 week. I want us to bring in, what else can we bring in? Let's bring in some mirror here. Okay, so let's bring in this mirror, drag it in there, and release it. Okay, something like this, and then let's drag it like that. Let's drag it like that. Let's put it somewhere here. Even drag it more, put it somewhere here. And then let's go and pick our ellipse tool. Right click here and choose ellipse tool, and then you can see over here, move up to get to the other side. Click on it, hold shift, and then drag it this way. You are going to get, you know, a very nice size. Drag it underneath it, and then let's just move it there. I want to double click it and choose color black. Okay, that way it stands out for me to see it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go and I want you to drag the image in there. Now this is a funeral poster for my very good friend, the father, and I asked her how I could help in any way, and she wanted me to design this for her, and so I did it for her. Okay, but I am really, my condolences go out to the family. This is for a very good friend. My condolences to the family. You can see I clipped it to it, but it cannot be seen well. So let's go here, and then let's go to exposure, right? Exposure, this is it. And then exposure, we are going to drag this here a little bit. Nice. And then make sure you click on it, and then right click, and then go to create clipping mask, because we want it to affect only the image in there. You can see it has brightened the image up. Yeah, that is great. Now let's put everything in a group, and then let's call it mirror photo, mirror on the wall. All right, so let's also bring in our text here. Okay, and I believe the name should go there. Let's pick the name Obiri Yeboah and paste it there, and then click on the move tool and then move it somewhere here. We can't see because of the color. Let's just give it color white for now, and then let's work around it. Okay, we are using Montserrat for it. We are using bold for it. We are using 270 for it. The tracking, we are using 0 for it. Let's click here. Let's choose orange color for it. Did I say orange color? The cream color there. Okay, guys, and then Control H. Let's see. Control T to let's see. You want it to be in the middle here. Okay, in fact, let's drag it onto H here, and then let's drag it onto H here. Okay, and then that is pretty much. In fact, let's drag this one to onto H there. Okay, and then enter. Now I feel like the small letters is not really selling it. I don't know, guys, what do you think? The small letters is not really selling it, and so let's make it big. Let's see. I think this is great. This is great. and then let's make sure it touches here, and then here touches there as well. And then let's pick our text tool again, and then let's type somewhere here. This time we are going to bring Nana, and then let's paste it there. And then we are not going to use Montserrat, we are going to use another font called Barnet. Click on Barnet. Great. And then we make sure it's not caps over here. Barnet regular over here, let's set it to 421, enter. Great. And then let's set here to 40. I'm talking about the tracking. Let's set it to 40. Let's make it color white, that way it stands out. We don't want to use just one color throughout. Okay, so a color like this would stand out a little bit. Let's zoom in. Now y'all can see there's white over here, and then it's spilling over here as well. It's not really selling it well. Control T, and then I want it to come to the middle here. Okay, it's not really nice, so let me hide the mirror photo. It's not really nice like that. Let's bring the Obituary up a little bit. So what do we have to do, guys? What do we have to do? Let's double click Obituary, and then let's make it a little bit more fancy, more nicer. Should I put it like that? Let's go to bevel and emboss. Okay, set here to inner bevel, set here to smooth, set the depth over here to 365. Okay, set here to up, and then over here at the side set it to 142, and then over here the soften set it to 0, and then over here the angle set it to 141. Great. And then let's use global lighting over here. The altitude, let's leave it like that. Screen, let's click on it and set it to color white, and then let's use the opacity 50%. Multiply, let's set it to color black, and then in fact let's reduce the multiply throughout. We don't even want the multiply at all. Okay, and we are done. We are done. So now it looks a little bit nicer. Great. Now let's also go to Nana over here, because we cannot see it. Double click it, and then let's give it some drop shadow. Okay, now blending mode is going to be multiply, and then let's come here, and then let's choose click over here, select this, choose, let's see, 2B090E, click on OK. The opacity we are going to use 100, the angle set it to 141, and then use global light over here. The distance, let's set the distance to 8, and then let's set the spread. The distance is not really set. You can see it's really small. Let's set the distance to 28. Now we can see it well, and then let's use 16 for the spread. Awesome. And then let's use 54 for the size as well, and I think that is it. Click on OK. So it's standing out a little bit. Let's put it in the group, and then let's call it name. Now let's bring in the mirror. Okay, the mirror, let's resize it more, drag it a little bit more, drag it somewhere here. Okay, in fact let's put the mirror on top of the name. Okay, excellent. All right, so let's put some few details over here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click here and pick this, and then I am going to click from here all the way to here, and then drag it down like that. We can always work on it later on, so let's set it to color white. Now I want you to pick your text tool, then I want you to type somewhere here, and come and pick Saturday stuff, and then paste it there. Now I want you to open your character. We are going to use Montserrat for it. We are going to use medium over here for it. I know you cannot see it, but just a minute. Let's use 94 for the size. Now click on the move tool and move it inside it. We can't see it, so let's click here and let's choose this color. Now it can be seen. Let's drag it somewhere here. Make sure the tracking is 40, And then also remember we are setting it to medium over here. Double click it from 29 to April. Select it and choose bold. It makes it a little bit nicer. Duplicate it and then come and pick date and then paste it there. Great. Click on your move to, guys, hold shift and then drag it like that over here. If you're having a problem with you dragging it, make sure auto select is off. Now I want us to click over here to make it all caps. The size, we are going to reduce the size drastically to 72. And then, guys, remember it's all caps. Here it's still going to be 40. Let's click over here. Let's give it a reddish color a little bit. So FB0027, enter. And then let's zoom. Let's zoom in. I want it to be bold because I want it to be bold. So I want it to be bold like that. Now I'll select the two of them and then let me zoom in again. Let's see. Control T and push it to the middle over here. Awesome. Now I want the date over here to go up a little bit. Nice. Select the two of them and duplicate them. Then let's drag it down with a shift key as well. Drag it up a little bit. Up a little bit. And then let's go and then let's pick this. This. Exactly. Saturday over here. Double click it and then let's paste it. And then let's go and pick venue. Click on the date over here and then let's paste it. Now move venue here. Awesome. Select venue and top red, Control T, and then you also want to make sure it is in the middle. Awesome. Now I want you to pick this rectangular tool and draw a very thin line. Great. Click on your move tool and then move it in there. You want to click over here. Okay, make sure the stroke is off. Over here, click on it, click here, and then click over here to select the fill color. And then let's see, click on your move tool. You can see it's blending in there quite well. Duplicate it and then bring it down as well. Okay, I feel like this is great. Let's zoom out. And then let's put everything in a group and then let's call it date time. We are done with our date and our time. We are left with just a few things. Let's see what are we left with. Let's bring in our age as well, because we want people to know his age. So we are going to drag this in there and then we are going to resize it, you know, because this one, the mirror here is quite big. We don't want this one to also be too big, else it's going to rub the beauty away. And so let's reduce mirror a little bit more. Because remember I told you that this is completely adjustable, non-destructive editing. We can always go back and work on some details. That is what we are doing now. And let's bring this one in here a little bit. Okay. Now with this one, I don't want the golden ring in the middle. This golden ring in the middle, I don't really want it. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to click this and I'm going to pick ellipse tool. Okay. Nice. Move it in there. Great. Now it's in there. So I'm going to Control J to hit it like this. Okay. And then once it is, you can see it's just selected that one. Once it's like this, I'll hold Control and I'll click on it like that. So guys, I'll hide this one. I'll click over here, rasterize it. Okay, I'll right click it and then go to fill and then go to content aware and then 100% and click on OK. And then let's see how it's going to be. If it doesn't work that way, we'll have to work around it manually. Okay, so guys, you can see it took everything away, but let's bring this one in back, and then let's give this one a mask. I know there's an easy way to do it, but I am just feeling lazy right now. Okay, I'll set it to color black, click over here, choose a soft round brush, okay, and just paint around it. All right, no big deal, just paint around it. Something like that. All right, so that is it. Now I'll click on my text tool and I'll type over here, I'll type 5-2, because that was the 8 he had before he passed away. And then 5-2, let's open our character. We are going to use Tiempo's headline. Awesome. And then we are going to set here to medium, and then the font size, let's increase it a little bit to see 169. Let's see, click on our move tool, and then let's move it in there, see whether it's going to distract. Actually it's not, it's quite good. Okay, so 52, it is like that. Click over here and pick the color over here as well, and then over here the tracking, let's set it to 40. Guys, 40, this doesn't really make a difference. Okay, now let's double click it. We just want to give it some drop shadow. Okay, let's pull it here so we can see it. Drop shadow. Okay, now let's deal with the work. Here's going to be multiply. Let's click here, let's set it to 7A 141E. click on OK. The opacity 100%. The angle here, set it to 191. The distance, let's use 8, and then 0 over here for the spread, and then the size, let's use 0 for it as well, and then click on OK. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like, and then let's put it in a group, and then let's call it H. All right, let's zoom out. See, all right, so let's zoom out again. And guys, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, we can go and give it curve and then boost it up a little bit, you know, or we can even bring it just to the image and clip it to the image, you know, right click it, clip it to the image so that the image looks a little bit, you know, and that is all. So guys, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. Now this PSD is going to be free. The link is going to be in the description. There are many PSDs I'm giving, so guys, check the description as well. There's a seller account, it will lead you to the website. Just a variety of PSD bundles that you love to use for your projects. I love you all. See you in the next video. Peace.